Now at 9, changing of the guard, SGA's new administration sworn in today. What the new head of student government hopes to accomplish.
Plus, a new bill passed in the House following Derek Chauvin's conviction, what it aims to change.
Another night of widespread frost is ahead. I've got the details in your forecast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Avery Johnson.
And I'm Libby Kleemeyer. Now, the weather today was absolutely insane. Nothing like the April that I thought we were going to receive with those spring temperatures. It was snow.
Yes, I was so surprised when I walked outside. There was snow all over my car this morning. Not too thrilled about it, I'll say that.
Nathan, what's that about?
Yeah, so you had the snow that was evaporating today, but then you had all that cold air come on top of that throughout times today, and that really caused some steam to show up on the ground. So it was just a wild weather day outside today, and it was yesterday as well. As we transition, though, into your first weather forecast here, you can see we had all these snow showers and the mixed precipitation at times throughout the day today. There were some gusty winds at times and reduced visibility. Still hang on to some of these spotty snow showers, especially in our northern counties at this hour right now. Current temperatures feeling more like winter outside. It's 37 degrees here in Fort Wayne, 36 in Fort Wayne, and 37 degrees in Indianapolis. Now, we do have that freeze warning in effect tonight. That is going through tomorrow morning for the entire viewing area. Again, be sure to cover up those plants tonight or bring them inside as all these temperatures dropping into the 20s for overnight lows. So we have that hard freeze on the way tonight, but we do rebound nicely throughout the day tomorrow. It's going to be a sunny Thursday ahead. But then by the time we get to this weekend, more rain chances arrive by the time we get to Saturday. I'm breaking down all those details coming up a little bit later on in my full forecast.
Stripe is now officially SGA and Ball State's executive slate.
The slate was sworn in this afternoon. Now SGA President Tina Nguyen took her oath around 4 o'clock, along with the rest of her team and a number of senators. The outgoing administration had some advice for the leaders going forward.
This student body is more diverse than ever before, so use that to your advantage next year if you return. There is so much room to grow together, and I know that this new slate is very excited to do that with you. I am so thrilled for the Strive slate to become the leaders of this organization and of our student body next year. I've spoken with them several times over the past few months, and they have you, the students, and the campus in mind, and they're going to fight for you, just like our bold slate did.
As well as the new slate leaving the inauguration ceremony with some hopeful words as they head into their term.
So I would like to acknowledge and thank you, the student body. Without you, none of us in this room would be here. It is because of your pride in your university that we feel so passionate to represent you. Seeing your enthusiasm for our students gives me extreme hope and joy for next year. A big focus of our campaign can be described in one word: unity.
Now an update to the Derek Chauvin trial. He was a Minneapolis police officer, but now he is a convicted murderer for the death of George Floyd. This as the Justice Department works to determine if the Minneapolis Police Department engages in a pattern of discriminatory policing. Camilla Bernal is in Minneapolis to tell us whether the police department engages in a pattern of using excessive force and if it treats those with behavioral health disabilities as unlawful.
As Derek Chauvin is in state custody waiting to be sentenced for the murder of George Floyd, his former police department is under investigation.
The Justice Department has opened a civil investigation to determine whether the Minneapolis Police Department engages in a pattern or practice of unconstitutional or unlawful policing.
Moments after the ex-cop's conviction, President Biden made a promise to Floyd's family.
We're going to continue to fight for the passage of the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act.
The bill, which passed the House without any Republican support in March, bans chokeholds and no-knock warrants, creates a national registry for police misconduct, mandates the use of deadly force as a last resort, bans racial and religious profiling, and overhauls qualified immunity, which provides legal protections for police officers.
My brother's, his blood is on that bill, and that's that no chokehold law.
But some Republicans feel the bill is too broad.
You look at what the Democrats have proposed, and it's things like taking away qualified immunity. That is defunding police in a different way. You talk to good cops all across the country, they say if they're exposed in that kind of way, they won't they won't stay in law enforcement.
Still, members of both parties are working to see if they can reach a compromise in the Senate by the anniversary of George Floyd's death on May 25th.
Justice for George means freedom for all.
In Minneapolis, I'm Camila Bernal.
NewsLink Indiana will be sure to keep you updated on air and online on Derek Chauvin's case and the federal investigation.
And one person is dead and another one injured in a shooting outside a convenience store in Pennsylvania. A man driving a car fired at a woman driving by. She didn't realize she was shot at until she stopped and saw the damage to her car. The suspect then pulled into the parking lot and started shooting. He injured a person in a Jeep and shot and killed a semi-driver pumping gas. The district attorney says the convenience store employee was outside when the shot started and rushed customers into the store. The Lehigh County District Attorney says the suspect drove away and later died by suicide.
A 15-year-old girl is dead after a police shooting in Columbus, Ohio. The police department released body camera video of the altercation, warning this video could be disturbing to some viewers. Police say someone in this area called for help yesterday afternoon, saying people had come to stab them. Family members identify the teenager shot in the video as Makia Bryant. Police say she tried to stab another girl right in front of the officer, and he fired to save the victim. Bryant was then taken to a hospital where she died. Bryant had been under the care of Franklin County Children's Services. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation is looking into the matter. President Joe Biden addressed the nation today on vaccination efforts.
He says he has achieved his COVID-19 vaccination goal and that the U.S. has administered 200 million shots. That's twice the original goal he had set for his first 100 days in office. This also means over 1/3 of Americans have been vaccinated. Biden says the nation is still on track for his July 4th goals. One of the goals is small social gatherings over the holiday. He also spoke of the future and urged Americans to get vaccinated.
We've made remarkable progress. And as we continue, as I said, the time is now to open up a new phase of this historic vaccination effort. To put it simply, if you've been waiting for your turn, wait no longer. Now is the time for everyone over 16 years of age to get vaccinated.
The FDA has temporarily shut down a Baltimore Johnson & Johnson vaccine facility. The facility had to take some vaccines out of production after it failed quality control testing, which could have made up to 15 million doses of the vaccine. The FDA says the company never investigated how cross-contamination happened and cannot guarantee other batches have not been affected.
Pfizer issues a warning about fake versions of its COVID-19 vaccine. It says the shots were found in Mexico and Poland, and that the internet and e-commerce are factors behind the increase. Pfizer says its team is working with law enforcement officials and others to fight the legal trade. It also stresses no legitimate vaccine is ever sold online.
One Westview Elementary teacher won the Armstrong Award. Which teacher and her impact coming up?
And one school program is extending next year. Find out how it could affect you after the break.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, MITS will take you there.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. For the third time, an elementary school teacher has received an honorary award. NewsLink Indiana's Rebecca Rosado tells us who it is.
Lucy Pavelka is a second grade dual language mentor teacher at Westview Elementary School, and she just received an outstanding award from Indiana University.
The dual language program at Muncie Community Schools was started 4 years ago now. We are a program that is a bilingual education program. So instead of a more traditional type of environment, we are part of a program that teaches in Spanish starting in kindergarten.
Pavelka is one of 14 recipients of the 2021 Indiana University Armstrong Teacher Educator Award, an honor that Viewpoint Elementary is familiar with. Now, she'll be working closely with IU faculty.
I am the third teacher in my school to win this. I have a little bit of context going into it from people that work right down the hallway from me, which is really, really nice. They've helped a lot.
Amidst a COVID-19 world, Pavelka expressed her gratitude to receive this award. She says that she would not have been able to get to this point in her career if it was not for her passion for her students and for the people around her.
Getting this award, and especially getting this award this year, it's such an honor because it really makes me feel like the people who are observing me, the people who are in my classroom every single day, they're really seeing like my heart. You know, this is for them to see it so intimately, so closely, and then feel like it's worthy of such a prestigious honor, like a nomination for this award is really rewarding.
In Muncie, Rebecca Rosado, NewsLink, Indiana.
For more information, you can visit ballstatedaily.com.
American Airlines says it's bringing all pilots back by the end of the summer. The company will be hiring 300 new pilots by the end of the year and 600 pilots in 2022. That's something the company hasn't done since the pandemic stopped air travel last year. It made the announcement in a company-wide memo saying it looks forward to a busy summer season. Meanwhile, air travel remains at a pandemic high.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, nearly 10% of American families struggled with unemployment last year, double the number from 2019. In total, 8.1 million families experienced a job loss last year. White families were the least likely to have an unemployed family member, at 9%, while Hispanic families were the most likely at just over 14%.
And school meal programs will resume for students this fall as schools reopen safely during the pandemic. The Department of Agriculture is extending its free school lunch program through 2022. Schools can continue providing breakfast and after-school snacks in non-group settings. The USDA says this ensures children are getting nutritious options. According to the department, up to 12 million children may not be getting enough to eat at home during this pandemic. And now that weather, like we said earlier, is insane. I don't know why it's here.
I know. The snow was definitely a surprise. It brought me to a shock when I walked outside today. So, Nathan, what's it looking like?
Well, we are still tracking those scattered rain and snow showers moving through the area. Coming up after this break, I'm recapping the snow totals from yesterday as well as previewing the cold night coming up ahead. All that coming up after this break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
And banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort.
to get to know each other,
On a deeper level. Father.
cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward,
come together,
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back to your weather forecast. I'm Nathan Gidley, and I'm thrilled for my final weather forecast. You're going to be talking about my favorite weather, which is recapping snowfall from yesterday. And it was a historic snowfall here in Muncie, ranking second for snowfall in April of all time. Those records dating back to 1962 with 3.6 inches. Looking at totals across the rest of the area here, Marion, the big winner there at 5.5 inches, 3.5 in Newcastle, 3.4 in Yorktown, 3 inches in Winchester, and some locations as well going below 3 inches, 2.7 in Anderson. Still feels like winter outside here tonight. 37 degrees here in Muncie, 34 in South Bend, 36 in Cincinnati. Good evening to you in Evansville. You're sitting at 43 degrees. Now we still track those rain and snow showers moving through the area, some of which have been heavy at times, producing some reduced visibilities and gusty winds throughout this evening. This is all widespread behind a cold front that moved through yesterday, bringing all that snowfall to our area. We'll start to see these snow showers start to diminish though as we head into the overnight hours. As we track this on precision cast heading throughout tonight, clouds continue to filter their way on by. Could still see a stray snow shower or two overnight time with a little bit more sunshine then by the time you get to tomorrow morning. Now it's going to be a very cold night ahead. A freeze warning remains in effect for the entire viewing area through tomorrow morning. Be sure to take time to cover up those plants or bring them inside, or if you have crops or vegetation, cover them up with a bucket or cover them up with sheets overnight tonight as a result of these very cold temperatures. Now our average last frost for the season does occur on this date, April 21st, but we see it can extend all the way into May, May 19th being the record latest frost here in Muncie, set back in 2002. So for tonight, widespread frost is expected, low down to 27 degrees, winds coming on the west-northwest to 5 to 10 miles an hour, just that chance for an isolated stray snow shower. A nice rebound though by the time we get to the day tomorrow, temperatures rising back up in the 50s. A cold start though, 32 degrees at 9 a.m., 44 by noon, and around 53 degrees then for your high temperature tomorrow. Now Friday is looking dry throughout the day then, but we do track the potential for a weather system arriving by the time we get to late Friday and into Saturday. Could bring some widespread rainfall during this time. Precision cast showing some of this heavier rain working its way on through for your Saturday. That rain starts to exit though by the time we get to the day on Sunday. The other big story that we track are the nice rebound in temperatures compared to the very cold temperatures we have experienced this week. So check out the jet stream. Again, this separates the warm and the cool air masses. Still a little cool here this weekend, but watch by the time we get to next week. All this warm air starts to work into our area. Yeah, temperatures could be approaching near 80 degrees by the time we get to next week. What a contrast compared to the 30s and 40s we experienced this week. And you're going to see that here in the mid-7-day forecast. So check this out here. 53 degrees for your Thursday, just a chance for a lingering stray shower or two late Friday. Again, the best rain chances arrive on Saturday. It's going to bring some cooler temperatures as well. 56 degrees then. 61 for your Sunday. Look at those very warm temperatures as we begin the next week. 70 on Monday, closer to 80 degrees by the time we get to Tuesday before rain chances arrive then by the time we get to the day on Wednesday.
Awesome. Well, I'm hoping for those warmer weathers. Thank you so much, Nathan.
And now to Amani Butts with sports.
Thanks, ladies. One Ball State team has won 19 straight. We'll tell you who they are and what's at stake. Plus, you've seen this guy on several times on NewsLink this week. Luke Brown is taking home more hardware. We'll tell you what new lines he's adding to his resume coming up next in sports.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not funny.
What on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Imani Butts with sports. Blackbird's Luke Brown has been a popular name here on NewsLink Indiana for the past few weeks, and for a good reason. He has been racking up postseason awards, and he had added some more to his trophy case today. Brown was honored with a first-team All-State nod by the Associated Press. Brown, of course, earned this honor by posting an average about 32 points per game and finished his career fourth in the Indiana State scoring. Brown was also named to the Indiana Basketball Association's All-Academic State team. As a part of the team, Brown finished with a GPA between 3.5 and 4.0 and finished in the top 25% of his class. He was one of only 37 boys athletes honored. And from the hardwood to the turf of Schumann Indoor Practice Facility, NewsLink Indiana's Darius Black takes a snap inside of Ball State football.
As the alarm sounds on another spring football season for the Cardinals, let's look at how they are preparing for the first spring matchup.
Every time you win a MAC championship and have a year as successful as we did, everybody is always one side. Everybody's always chasing that success.
The team also understands they have what it takes to win it all again, but are not getting too ahead of themselves.
Just competing, getting to go hard against our guys every day. Just making sure that we all really, know what we're doing for the season coming up, and then just sharpening our tools for when that time is up.
Battling against your own team only builds your skills as a whole, and that's just what the Cardinals are doing.
Just competing all the time. We just have a bunch of good guys on both sides of the ball and just competing at all times. And when you got the best going against the best, it's going to be, the best. So.
But they're also keeping their one goal in mind.
It's always the tour bus. Every year we come in, it's either go to the championship or go to the crib. So it's going to be the tour bus every single year.
As they keep chirping closer and closer to the first spring ball game, they also want to get better each and every day. In Muncie, Darius Black, NewsLink, Indiana.
With football coming off a MAC championship, other teams are trying to follow in their footsteps. One team in prime position to do so is women's tennis. Calling the team's current run a hot streak is doing them a complete disservice, as the team has chained together 19 straight wins. That streak includes 10 straight in conference play, a figure that puts them 2 games ahead of everyone else in the standings. The team will hope to keep the ball bouncing against 7th place Miami and Oxford on Friday. And after their season got canceled, women's golf is going to their first MAC championship since the pandemic struck. After sweeping the Dolores Black Fountain invite by a 10-stroke margin over the 15 teams, they'll look to keep that winning streak alive at the Silver Lake Country Club in Akron. Well, it's really crazy that the women's tennis team has this extremely long streak, because I know women's soccer did a similar thing, and also football back when we had their season.
Yeah, that's awesome that they can do that with 19 straight wins. That's incredible.
I know I couldn't do that. I'm not the athletic type over here, but big congrats to them.
Yeah.
Now Nathan will give us one final look at weather. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Can you help me?
I got it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared. So start now.
Right now?
Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. Now tonight we are saying goodbye to our chief weather forecaster, Nathan Gidley.
Nathan has been with NewsLink Indiana for 4 years, and it'll be hard to see him go.
Yeah.
Nathan, what would you like to say to everyone?
4 years. Wow, what a journey it's been. I guess I can turn to the camera and just say a few words. Typical weather fashion, I don't have anything scripted, so we'll just flow some thoughts here off the brain. Just what an incredible journey the past 4 years has been, from starting here at NewsLink, doing the midday updates at first, getting some experience with WCRD, then heading to the live show. So many people to thank along the way. I'm so grateful to this organization. It's so great to have the technology and the people here at this organization to set us up for the real world. The fact that we have the real world software that most TV stations have back there in the Weather Center is just so awesome. So thanks to everybody that's helped me along the way. For everybody involved with NewsLink, the faculty advisors, certainly those who have come before me. I want to especially give a huge thank you to Nathan DeYoung, if you may be watching. He's certainly someone, I may not have been here at Ball State if not for Nathan DeYoung showing me everything and really helping me out through everything when I first came to visit campus. Thanks to Tyler Brummett for all his leadership over the years. Thanks to Blake Dollier as well for his leadership with the sports team. Always been great working with you. And a special thank you as well to Assistant Chief Weather Forecaster Maddie Johnson. Super excited for you to take over as the Chief Weather Forecaster by the time we get to the fall. As for my future, I'm excited to be heading to Wayne 15 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm going to be the weekend meteorologist there, weekend evenings, and then I'll be doing multimedia journalist during the week, then reporting on 3 days a week. So super excited for the future. It's been so many great memories here at NewsLink. I'm so grateful for every single one of them. And I'll miss everybody as well here in the studio. So, man.
Yeah, it'll be hard to see you go, but I'm so excited for your future at Fort Wayne, right?
Yep, just up the road.
That's awesome.
My hometown, too. So
Well,
it's really
congratulations, Nathan. It's such a big deal. It's amazing. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Now, we'll take one final look at that weather.
I got to do the job one more time here. So really a lot of weather to expect here over the next 7 days here. 53 for Thursday, 60 on Friday with increasing clouds and a chance for a stray shower by the time we get to later in the day. Weather system arrives then by the time we get to Saturday, going to bring some widespread rain chances then. 56 degrees, a little bit cooler then. Certainly look at these temperatures though compared to the cold temperatures we experienced here throughout this week. 61 on Sunday, 70 degrees on Monday, all the way close to 80 degrees then by the time we get to Tuesday before rain chances arrive then by the time we get to Wednesday. So what a forecast here the next 7 days. Certainly enjoy these warmer temperatures to come.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nathan. And before we go, we want to give a quick final thank you to Assistant Production Manager Rudy Alsmeyer, who's directing his last show tonight. Thank you for all you've done, and we'll miss you so much next year. But that's all for tonight on NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime and anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night, everyone.